Krepsidewen, Ntliwis, Bigwidweji blog, and hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Dutcher, and we're going to talk a little bit today about music. So I started to learn Wolastoqiyik songs when I was super young. So I'm the youngest of 4 brothers, and we're all kind of musical in our own ways. And my oldest brother, he sings our traditional music in our language, Wolastoqiyik. So he taught me a lot when I was young. And then as I got older, I started to learn from different teachers as well. And one particular teacher that's really, really important to me was an elder from our community named Maggie Paul. And Maggie Paul taught me a lot of my songs. I actually came to know about those recordings from my elder, Maggie Paul, who encouraged me to go and to sit with those recordings if I wanted to know more about our traditional music. So I sat there and I listened to those old voices, and then eventually I started to think, oh, it would be so amazing if other people in my community got to hear these too, because they were just sitting in the museum. And I thought, well, what's a good way to bring them out for people? And I decided that actually putting those voices within my own music and bringing them forward and being in conversation with them was a way that I could do that. You know, they're kind of singing about everything to do with their life. Because for us, in a traditional sense, song wasn't about, you go to a concert or you turn on the radio. Song was a part of our everyday life. And so, when we're going down the river in a canoe, we're going to sing a canoe song. Or when we're going to the field to pick berries, we're going to sing that berry picking song. So, it's all related to our way of life. And that's why it's so important to keep it alive, right? Because when we keep those songs alive, we also keep that way of life alive as well. So, the recordings are really about just a snapshot in time of the life of our ancestors. And that's a great question, because the piano is obviously not a traditional Indigenous instrument, and yet I use it all the time, every day. So I think that really it's important to realize that Indigenous people, we are here today, and we're not stuck in the past. And so we also have all of these technologies around us brought by newcomers to this land, which we can take advantage of and use to make our art and do what we want to do. And so that's what I did. The piano for me was a way of expressing myself, a way of expressing a musical idea. And there's such a range on those 88 keys of what you're able to do. And so I loved it so much. And we were very fortunate. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, but we were given a piano from a family in our neighborhood. And that really changed my life, because we got that opportunity to play music. And it was so much fun. I guess I would describe my music as a meeting place for all different kinds of genres to come together and to speak to each other when they might not necessarily get to. So for example, I grew up singing our traditional music in our language, but then when I went to school to study classical music. And then, in my spare time, I'll listen to soul music or pop music or rock music, tons of different kinds of music. So when I sit down to make music, I bring all of that to the table and blend it all together to make my own unique sound. Matriarchy is basically when a society decides that we're going to let women lead the way. And this was how Wolastoqiyik, traditionally, we governed our societies, is we let those clan mothers and those grandmothers make our decisions for us and guide us. And I think that's a really important idea, especially in this time, because I think those feminine forms of governance is going to be what turns our society in a more sustainable way. So for me, talking about matriarchs and the importance of them and just reflecting on my own life and how women have been my teachers and led my way, I think that's an important message for me to carry on and to honor all women in the work that they do to keep us well. Okay, I'm just gonna be on.